Hey everyone, Craig here. So, 2 days in a row now. 2 days in a row. I've got onto YouTube, just to mindlessly scroll. And each day that I've opened it, I've come across these shorts, these YouTube shorts about Eric Jacobs from Nomadic Fanatic. And people running him down, saying that he's wanted by the police over here in Apache County, and he's wanted on assault charges over here in Parker, and all this stuff. And I don't know Eric personally. I've never met him. We have mutual friends. Eric, if you're watching, we're both friends with James Wheelock. So hi James, by the way. But yeah, so I don't know Eric personally or anything like that. But I'm seeing these YouTube shorts from these people. I just watched one from a lady in Quartzsite, and she couldn't even spell Quartzsite right. She spelled it Quartzsite. She couldn't even spell Quartzsite right. And I'm just sitting back, and I'm seeing these people going off, and this woman that's going off about Eric, assaulting some guy in Parker. I don't know, maybe he did, right? Maybe he did. Maybe he did. Maybe he didn't. Right? This other lady, she's going off talking about how he's got like some kind of warrant in Apache County or whatever. I went to his site, right? He did one video about Apache County, and it had nothing to do with any sort of criminal activity whatsoever at all. He was actually giving advice about living off grid. So there's that. Maybe he does. Maybe he does. Right? Maybe he doesn't. What I do know is this. I'm currently on probation for beating the fuck out of someone. I'm currently on probation for making a stupid mistake and beating the shit out of somebody. I was delivering food, and I had a guy try to start a fight with me, and rather than just defend myself properly and contact the police afterwards, instead I took things too far, and I beat the shit out of the guy, and it was a mistake on my part. Fortunately, my probation is just about done, and I can get back on the road, because it really sucks being stuck in one county. I can't stand it, especially trying to live a nomadic lifestyle, much like some of these other people, much like Eric, much like James, right? So, as someone who has faced that sort of thing, and again, even though I was defending myself, even though the police say I was defending myself, I still made a stupid mistake. It was a really dumb mistake on my part. What I should have done was I should have defended myself properly and called the police myself and stuck around and waited until the police got there and told them what happened. And instead, what I did was I beat the shit out of the guy, and I continued to deliver the food, and then I went home for the evening. And then a year later, I found out there was a warrant for my arrest, so I went and I turned myself in. Right? So it was a stupid mistake on my part. Again, I don't know Eric personally. But I have followed his channel for more than a decade, and I've seen this guy just get fucking pulled through the fucking ringer. I mean, this guy he has had so much fucking bullshit said about him. It's beyond stupid. And I know a lot of people probably don't know who I am. I don't know it for those of you in Quartzsite, if you don't remember, my family and I, we used to run the B10 campground after Terry left. For anybody who remembers back around the 2018, 2017, 2019 seasons. Yeah. Hi, Craig. Right. So yeah, me and my ex-wife, we did that in Quartzsite. We used to travel in a Gulfstream Class C. I'm divorced now, and I've got an all-new rig I'm going to be traveling in. But I just wanted to take the time to address these things that get said about Eric constantly, because this kind of shit's been said about this dude for 10 years. And here's the thing. I don't know what's true. I don't know what's not true. It's not my business. It is not my fucking business. What I know is this. The dude creates an entertaining channel. He's taught a lot of people a lot of things, and he's taken a lot of risks and a lot of chances that, frankly, a lot of people out there are just too fucking pussified to try themselves. That's the fucking reality of it. And I'll say it to any motherfucker's face. I don't give a fuck who you are. That's the fucking reality of it. This dude has put out thousands of fucking videos for more than a decade trying to help people learn how to do things, trying to teach people. And you know what? Maybe he made a mistake. Maybe he did. Maybe he made a far worse mistake than any of these fucking talking heads even realize. Or maybe he didn't. Maybe they're just fucking talking heads and they need to fucking stop running off at the fucking mouth about shit they don't know they're talking about. Right? Again, it's not my business. I don't know Eric. I don't. I'm going to have, if you look at the numbers on my channel, I'm lucky if I get 20 views an episode. Seriously. So I'm going to have probably about 20 people watch this, if I'm lucky. And then out of those 20, they're going to be like, who the fuck is Eric? Because they don't watch him, because most of the people that watch my stuff aren't travelers. They're personal family and friends of mine, right? People that I worked with in professional wrestling, you know, or people that I worked with when I worked on comic books, or people that I played in bands with. So most of these people don't even know who Eric is. But I will say this. Before you decide to run around spreading any kind of rumors or gossip, whether they're true, whether they're false, or anything like that, do yourself a favor. Treat that person the way you want to be treated and get the information directly from them. Seriously, we're all adults. I shouldn't have to fucking dad talk any of you. But I mean, come on. Some of you are twice my fucking age, man, and you're running around doing this shit. For real. It's embarrassing. It's an embarrassment to travelers everywhere. It's an embarrassment to the RV community. There are families and senior citizens that want to go do this kind of stuff. And what are you doing? You're running around talking about people assaulting people and shit like that. Sure, that stuff happens. It happens everywhere. But the traveling community, the nomad community, again, I don't have a lot of people who watch my stuff. I really don't. I'm lucky if I can get a dozen. But from what I understand and from the people I've met and from when I was in Quartzsite for 3 years, when me and my ex-wife were running B10 campground before Terry left, before Norby passed away, God rest his soul, yeah. Shit wasn't like this. Now all of a sudden you've got people running around who don't know Eric, who don't know him. And again, I don't know him either, and maybe he did do this shit. But you've got these people who don't know him and they're running around blah, 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 blah. Shut the fuck up. Seriously, shut the fuck up. Because it's stupid. Mind your business. Worry about your fucking propane bill. You're such a fucking traveler and shit, and you want to run around and name drop this motherfucker all over the place? Okay, show us how much of a traveler you are. Show me your rig. Here's my rig, right? Show me your rig. Talk about your propane bill. Talk about how you keep your dump fees low, right? That's the shit your channel's supposed to be about. Not you sitting back jacking off to fucking Eric Jacobs. With all due respect, Eric. Again, I don't know him. But what I do know is that as an adult, all of our mothers taught us to mind our own business. And if your mother didn't teach you to mind your own business, what does that say about your mother? Remember, treat each other the way you want to be treated. Because none of you would like someone running around shit talking you, that somebody that doesn't even know you. None of you would want that. Treat each other the way you want to be treated. And with that said, remember, it's not the end, it's just the beginning. Bye.